Hey guys, we're doing a Michael Kors men's watch, and this is a silver watch with the inside rose gold and has a lot of crystals on it. Of course, they're not real diamonds, but they look pretty real. So we're going to change the battery on this. We're going to take the band apart first. We're going to take the base, which I use, and I'm going to use another pin remover to take the band apart first. The reason why I do it is because it gives you better access in the back before you do the battery. And we're going to take the band apart. We're going to remove the pin right here. Make sure that when you hammer it, the arrows are pointing towards the direction on the opposite of where you're going to hammer. So if the arrow is pointing this way, hammer it on the opposite side, which will be here on the bottom. So just make sure that is done with the right orientation. So this is the back of the watch. This is a Michael Kors MK, oh right here, MK8515. Now MK8515, if you look it up on any search engine, you'll see there's going to be a few different prices. I think this watch goes for about $350, but I think Amazon might have a deal, or some other online stores might have really good deals on these watches. So it's always good to check by the model number. We're going to use one of these wrenches to take the back off and make sure that it's tight so it doesn't slip on you just like it's slipping on me right now. It's because I am not applying the right amount of pressure. So I'm going to make sure with my thumb here, I'm going to press it down, and with this one I'm also going to push it down so it doesn't slide out. And with this hand that I'm holding the watch, I'm going to make sure it's tight. So just like that, add more pressure down, and it will be really easy without you scratching it. Use your thumbs, take the back off. That exposes the machine. Now this plastic casing is holding the mechanism of the back in the back, and it's not letting it loose or slide around. So in order to take this out, to change this battery, you could just pull the crown out, all the way out, not the one setting but the two setting, all the way two, not the first one click, two click, all the way out. So if you feel like you can't pull it anymore, you've done it already. Okay, look, this is not the best advice, but I'll give it to you anyway. If you're scared that you're gonna break the watch, if you're doing that at home, just break this plastic right here. Don't even take the thing off. I will show you an example. I'm using a tweezer just for example. Lift it up here, just like that, the plastic, and break it. Why? Because then you might actually end up doing more damage while trying to take this plastic piece off. This will do the job. Once you have this broken all the way, you can just change the battery here. I don't recommend it, but in some cases you might end up doing that. So hold the machine down and use any of these cutouts to slide the plastic casing out. But make sure you're holding the machine down, because otherwise it will just loosen the hands in the front. So all these hands that you have in here, they'll just be floating around, so don't do that. Make sure that you hold the machine down. And now we'll show you the mechanism of the watch. This is a Japanese, it's a Miyota. It's Japanese, I assume. Yes, it's Japan. Miyota Co. They make good, decent watches. Now for the battery, it's a little bit of a trick. That little metal piece right there is holding the battery down, just like that over there. This piece. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use anything sharp. I could use different things. I'm just gonna show you, for example, if you have a tiny screwdriver, a flathead just like that. This is not even tiny. This is a very rough used screwdriver flathead. I'm just gonna slide this out, just like that. And it comes right out. Lift it up. And that's it. I was meant to have this all the way out, but I pressed it. Okay, so then take the battery out. This is a 364 battery. I'm going to take a 364, 365 battery, same size pretty much. In some cases you can use 365, in some cases you can use 364, pretty much the same battery. You don't have to worry about getting the wrong one, the right one. It's only one size. So for this one, just take the new battery, leave it on top just like that. Don't even push it or anything, but make sure it's not pushing this metal piece right here down. So if you have the battery sitting over there, just make sure that it's not pushing this metal piece down. Take the battery out, slide it underneath this bar. Look, this metal piece right here, slide it underneath. Once you have slid it underneath, all you have to do is just push it this way. Push down and push this way. So make sure that it's in there. See that bar is going to move, and I hope you heard that, because that's how you close it. So the battery's installed. It's not pushing that piece down. It's actually holding the battery down, which is the way it's supposed to be. And just test it if you want. Yeah, it's working. It's actually working. That's good. So flip, take this casing, and this casing has these two metal pieces. Look, that and this. That usually gets stuck. Why? Because it will be either in here, sliding out inside just like that. Make sure that you hit it a couple of times so it just loosens up, and it's basically sitting out just like that. It's touching both those the sensors here for the keys, the buttons, and it's all the way out. That's good. You might need to force the case right on top, but it should usually not give you a hard time. And just make sure that the buttons are touching the keys over here too. That's good. Alright, perfect. Now the back goes on again, and we're using our thumbs just to rotate the back on, make it tighter. Now there's no gap in between, which is a good thing. You should always check for that. Sometimes it gets stuck and you're still tightening it, and just ruins the bag completely, because it's not sitting in the right area. And just tighten it even more. Make sure that the back is nice and tight, just like that. Add some power to it. And use push the band back together and use this pin again. Don't use your hammer until you've got it in as much as you can with just your hands. I mean, I can't push this anymore because it's hurting my finger. So what I'll do is I'll take the hammer again, and I'll just hammer it on top just like that. Right? That's how you do it. But just make sure it's running. It is running. Okay, so let's set the right time. We're in the AM setting now. 3:39. So that's 3:40 right here. And set the date. There we go. That's how you're supposed to do it. This is another Michael Kors men's watch, and I just showed you how to do the battery. Thank you guys.